What's good with y'all boys, man? Y'all see the title, bro. We got a lot to talk about over the 1179 after this Emu revelation, so let's get straight into it, bro. We finna just be going over what Emu potentially is at this point and just what the nigga skill set and powers is and if he got a weakness. Because it seems like he has a weakness in this upcoming chapter, so let's just go ahead and get into it. So starting with the angle of Emu having some sort of disease or sickness. This is probably the most popular speculation right now, which makes the most sense. And a lot of things point to this because, for one, when we saw Saba pull up on the Gorosei Emu in the throne room, we see Emu in what we presume to be his full form. Now, we didn't even have a close-up of Emu back then, so who knows? Nigga could have spouted up blood before he did this and Oda just didn't show us. But it's clear as day. It seems like he can transform and do whatever he wants when he's in the castle. That's what leads people to believe. If he leaves the castle, he takes damage for some odd reason. Now, that could play into his devil fruit and what he has, and we'll get into that later, but that's the most popular theory right now. Second theory is he has some sort of disease. What diseases do we know in One Piece? Not too many, but one of them we know for a fact is Sapphire Scale. I've heard niggas say maybe Emu has Sapphire Scales, and that's why he can't leave, you know what I'm saying? And that would make sense because that would also lead to the whole Bonnie and Jenny plotline and why they did that to them and why the experiment was even being done in the first place, because maybe they were trying to do it on other people to see if they could possibly try to find a cure for Emu. Now, the other options on the table are that maybe his fruit is just so powerful, or his ability is so powerful, when he's going into this full form, it just makes him take fucking damage. You know what I'm saying? That's very possible as well. It could just be something just as simple as that. But you know what I'm saying? In One Piece, most things that seem to be very simple are usually not the case. There's also the possibility that I've been seeing people say that we're just overlooking this and that maybe Emu just has to spit out blood before he transforms as like a ritual of some sort. Because y'all know if the nigga, it's presumed that he's some sort of demon or a demonic type of fruit. So that wouldn't make sense if he has to make like a blood type of sacrifice to go into the form. I'm be honest, that would make a lot of sense, no lie. But more than likely, like I said, I'm leaning towards the option of him having to make a deal of some sort with a deity, or maybe even just the devil fruit originally itself, you know what I mean? Because clearly we see Emu's whole theme with niggas is making contracts. That's all he does with the Gorosei and shit, even other whole line members. He's just making contracts with them. So what if he had to take on a contract to be able to receive this power in the first place? That would make the most sense. Now, the second thing that we got to talk about is another thing people was talking about, and this was heavy discussion, and it was pretty much damn near confirmed when the leaks came out. But now that we have the full chapter in our hands, we can see that it's not necessarily confirmed that Emu is a Lunarian, right? Leakers only went off of the description, and of course I can see why they would think that if he's darker skinned with the wings. But this is the thing: we see Emu grow wings when he first touches down, and he's still like in silhouette form, right? That's what I'm going to call that, even though apparently that might not be silhouette form. We'll talk about that later on in this video too, but let's focus on this for now. He grows a wing but in silhouette form, right before, like, right as he's spitting out blood, but then when he fully manifests and he's oral farming on top of the castle, like in his full form, when we see his real face, we're not seeing any wings behind him. Yes, he does have like this cloak on, so maybe the cloak is covering the wings. I mean, who fucking knows, to be honest? But we're not seeing wings, right? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not seeing any hint of wings in this little shot we do got of Emu. Now, like I said, this is like a far ass shot. We do need a better up close detail than this to really tell. Of course, we'll probably get all that shit next chapter, but it's a break right now, so we can't do anything but speculate. But yeah, do y'all think Emu's a Lunarian? I feel like I don't know. I know, of course, like I said, when leaks first came out, it was hype as fuck. I still think it would be hype if he is a Lunarian. Are the chances of him being a Lunarian down now? Yes, because Emu can either be dark skinned like King on some nigga shit, or he can just be red, you know what I'm saying, on some darker red, on some devil shit, you know what I mean? Because apparently, you know what I'm saying, in the manga, Shanks' hair, he draws it into the similar shade of how he colored Emu's skin, you know what I mean? And Shanks' hair is red, of course. So that would make a lot of sense if he's red, or if he's, you know what I'm saying, darker skin like Ken. Me personally, though, would I rather him just be the devil? I mean, I'm be honest, though, he can still be the devil fruit or whatever, or have devil's fruit or whatever, and still be a Lunarian, you know what I mean? Both of those things can still be true, but it's a chance that Oda might not do that, you know what I'm saying? But if he did do that, that would be crazy, because then it's like a demon. I ain't gonna lie though, the whole him being a Lunarian thing, if him having devil's fruit ties it more together, because like I said in the leaks video, the whole Lunarian, he's betraying his race. That's like him being the fallen angel, because Lunarians looked at like angels and shit. Also seen people say that Emu could potentially be some race that we just haven't heard of yet, because he looks similar to the Shandorians and the Sky People and shit like that. That's also very true. There's also another theory going around that he could just be a mixture of multiple races, because he has like the Oni horns and whatnot, and we see the tattoos on him like the Shandorians and shit. And it's speculated that Emu has a bit of size to him, so who knows, bro? He could be a mixture of a giant, a Oni, regular human shit. Who really fucking knows? You know what I mean? Honestly though, the Lunarian or just the straight up devil thing are seeming like the most likely things, to be honest. But if Emu is if Emu is just a straight up human, I feel like that would kind of take away from this nigga's aura a little bit. And if he is a straight up human, then that goes into question, what is this silhouette form that we've been seeing for all these other chapters? Because when Garp and Roger fought this nigga and he manifested inside of Saturn's body, Garp and Roger both say out of their own mouth, I'm probably gonna put the panels on the screen, like, what is this black blob thing? So this is what people were seeing of Emu. We were thinking it was just a silhouette, but no, nigga, it seems like this is what they were actually seeing. So if he's human, how? You know what I'm saying? I've seen people say that's like his form to protect himself or whatever, but even then we gonna need some more, you know what I'm saying, explained on that before we really come to any conclusions. But that's very interesting, because the real question I've been seeing going around is, have we really even seen what Emu really looks like? Because if this is all his devil fruit form, then this is hybrid. Because clearly what he did in the giant ass throne room with Sabo was probably full on Zomo when he was big as fuck. And clearly silhouette form is base, we can assume, for right now, right? Because we don't know anything else outside of that. But what if like that's not what Emu looks like, and there's this actually something else, like this regular straight up Emu? Because Satan Rona, of course we could believe for that to be a human, because we haven't known anything for any other races being a part of starting the world government. But who really fucking knows? We don't know. It could be he is a Lunarian, and one of the Lunarians, one of the other races were a part of starting the world government. Who fucking knows? Also, while editing this video, I thought about this. Oda could be hiding something with Emu's eyes too, because I find it kind of weird how we got introduced to Gumko, this arc, who has the multicolored eye things, right? And Emu's eyes being hidden in his reveal panel. That's kind of throwing me off. We'll have to wait and see about that in this most upcoming chapter. But if something ends up being up with his eyes, I called it. And then let's get into this nigga's power set, bro. So just the devil fruit. Our people, do y'all niggas, when y'all watching the video, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Are y'all leaning more towards Emu just being the sea devil and just being the devil fruit, so his fruit is just a devil? Or he has the devil fruit, meaning he has access to all different types of devil fruits. He can bestow the powers upon people and all that shit. Honestly, either one is plausible. I'm not calling niggas stupid or thinking a nigga is dumb for thinking either one. And honestly, both of those things can be true. He can be the devil, and maybe his abilities are just bestowing that shit upon people. You know what I mean? Because clearly the Gorosei get their power from him. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about this earlier. When we see Emu, when he's in Gumko's body and he shoots one of the Doria Bragi, I don't be remembering these niggas' names, you know what I'm saying? When he shoots that nigga's arm off, we see him go through this grimoire, right? Now, and that's where he pulls the weapon out of. But what if this is like a hint at him being able to just access all the powers? As in, you could think of this grimoire like a devil fruit cyclopedia in a way, and this is him cycling through the powers that he's selecting for this moment. That'd be kind of fire if that's the fucking case. That'd be an amazing ass hint if that does end up being true. But it's seemingly likely for that to be the case. Or maybe this is just some broken ass fruit and Emu can just do whatever the fuck he wants. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all those things are pretty similar, but you know what I mean. It doesn't have to exactly be the devil fruit or the devil fruit. But I'm loving how Emu's fruit, you can see it in just this nigga's pull-up scene alone, how much of a contrast this is to Gear 5. Like, this is literally Emu's Gear fucking 5, my nigga. And I'm gonna be honest, this might show the level Luffy needs to get at, because we see how Emu just got passive AoE when he's coming through the fucking summoning circle, my nigga. He's changing the environment off of just coming in, off of just aura alone, my nigga. Now imagine Luffy if he fully unlocks the full power of his fruit, because, you know, we still feel like Luffy has a little bit of ways to go. What if, and you know, people have been saying for the longest that Luffy is going to have one more gear, especially because y'all know Luffy and Oda loves including the numbers 5 and 6 with Luffy. So if he ends with the last gears being 5 and 6, that'll make a lot of fucking sense. But also, considering the fact how Emu has like theme music and shit when he's pulling up, bro. Just like how Luffy has the heartbeat shit when he transforms. Both of these niggas got fucking theme songs, gang. I ain't gonna lie, that shit is hard as fuck. The anime gonna do this scene so much fucking justice, nigga. I've been seeing editors on TikTok do this shit justice, and the shit ain't even been out for a full 48 fucking hours yet, my nigga. Y'all niggas are insane. I ain't even gonna lie. But yeah, this could potentially lead to Luffy end up getting another gear, and he can potentially have like a similar effect to Imu on the environment, but like in a positive way, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I really wonder what are they gonna call Imu shit, because they call Luffy shit the drums of liberation. I've been seeing niggas say they're gonna call Imu shit the drums of oppression. That I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the fuck they gonna call it. It's damn near just gonna hit anyway, just because look at this design and look at what he's doing to the environment off it. This is the thing, nigga hasn't even done an attack yet and he's doing all this. So imagine what's gonna happen when this nigga actually fucking attacks something or somebody. But yeah, man, this nigga Imu is fucking nuts. If he does end up being a Lunarian, just know I 100% believe that the Seraphim will play a 10 times bigger role into this story if Imu is a Lunarian. If Imu's a Lunarian, you can definitely expect for there to be a good chance that he could be the final villain, to be honest. I feel like if he's a Lunarian, that might set him in stone. Speaking of final villain talks, I have another video coming on that. I'm gonna do a video just specifically talking about who's the final villain, Imu or fucking Blackbeard, and I'm gonna have that bitch out for y'all boys. Let me know how y'all feel about Imu, bros. Y'all speculations on what y'all think he is. Enough for y'all comment. We'll probably go over y'all comments for another video. You know what I mean? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out, bro. Peace.